So in our last little 3-minute sharpening tips video, we talked about strops. Today we're going to talk about ceramic hones or hones in general. I have 3 different. This is a dull strong ceramic rod that they sent me. This is a good bit more coarse. This is going to be one that you actually can bring your edge back with. Even if it's in bad condition. But these are tools that you typically, all 3 of these are tools you typically would use if your strop just isn't going to get the job done. Say that you can absolutely tell that the knife is dull. This one is not, but we're using it for purposes. Why not put another dull strong product in there? I do have an affiliate link down below, by the way, guys. But these are great because they allow you to not necessarily have to actually sharpen, but just touch up your edge. These do not have the cutting horsepower as an actual sharpening stone does, but you can maintain your edge and bring it back, especially if you've got a combination of the two. Like I said, this is fairly coarse. This is probably about a 600 or 800 grit on this. You can really feel it compared to the super fine 3000 grit that these two wind up being. Now, I like these round rods as opposed to these. These ceramic plates work really well, but they have some limitations, and we'll get to that in a second. So we're going to move that one out of the way. These ceramic rods are great because if your knife gets dull, you can simply take it just like you would on the strop, and you put this on your table, and you basically just set the edge on there, and you just make a couple of passes along that, no weight at all. And you're just basically doing the same thing you would be doing stropping at the very apex. You're just giving a couple passes. And what you've done is you've brought that edge back up, and that's really aggressively sharp now. And then you can take your finer ceramic and just refine that edge down if you're using this for things that you might want a finer cutting edge for. Now, I told you we'd talk about the other one. I'm just doing this because I don't necessarily like that super aggressive edge on a paring knife that I use. But it is extremely sharp. Now, I said that this one had some limitations. Now, I could have done everything I just did on this on here as long as I have a flat knife. You know, I can do a couple passes on this, and you can see it's taking off the material, and it did the same thing as this. Now, problem is if you happen to be wanting to maintain a recurve knife, you can't do it on that flat, which is why these are nice. You have this oval shape that will get into the recurve. You can use this edge, and then you also have this rounded rod, and you can just basically go back across it, and it's going to get up into that recurve. So that's why I like the ceramic rods as hones a little bit more than I like the ceramic plates. So there you go. That's how you can use these in conjunction with the previous video, the strops, to maintain your edges and keep them lasting longer and not necessarily have to put them on the stones. Both those knives that we just did are now extremely sharp and ready to go back to work. So there you go, guys. In the next one, I'll teach you how to clean these.